This video is going to be a complete breakdown on how Claude Code, Codex and Cursor works on technical side. And if you think how they work and how you can build something like Claude Code, Codex or Cursor, this video is going to be really helpful for you. So let's get started. So the first thing we have to start from scratch. What are the first steps in this coding journey? We are going to be starting from the era when you are going to give question to ChatGPT and then getting answer, copy pasting in your ID. We are going to start from that era, right? So what we used to do it at that time. So the first thing we at in starting when ChatGPT is launched, there are not much agentic workflows. The user or you can say you are going to ask question to ChatGPT at that time, right? So at that time you go to ChatGPT as a user and you used to ask the question to ChatGPT, and that's how you used to coding in 2000 around 23 when ChatGPT is launched and GPT version, which is LLM version of ChatGPT, is launched. So this is the workflow where we started. But after that, few companies figured it out that why we need to do the copy pasting. Why we can't integrate AI in the ID? If you don't know what is ID, it is like integrated development environment. If you know about VS Code or any other ID, you know what I am talking about. So they think why not we can integrate with the directly ID. And in my knowledge, the first one who did this is GitHub Copilot. Yes, from Microsoft, they did the first thing by auto completing. They added a feature of autocomplete, means while you are writing code, maybe like print, it automatically give you the suggestion of like hello world and a lot of stuffs, and you just have to accept the suggestion and it will write for you. This is like the GitHub Copilot era where everyone start using it to autocomplete. So now first of all, let's talk about this particular thing, how autocompleting work. Then we will go in the more advanced version, as we have seen agents autocompleting, multiple agents. We go on that part also. But first of all, let's talk about auto-completing work, because I worked in a project where I needed the auto-completing part, not for coding but for notes related app for my freelancing client. So let's discuss about that. So in auto-completing, when you are writing maybe print, right, and you wait for some time, in the back end, GitHub Copilot made a request with this sentence and asked ChatGPT to predict the next words or maybe predict next sentence. And because ChatGPT or any other models or GPT models, cloud models are trained and predicting next work is how LLM works, they are going to give you the complete sentence. This is like this, because there are a lot of chances that you are going to write hello world. So this is the output which will be written by the LLM, and that's how we are using autocomplete. Now there are a lot of challenges when you are doing this, which are bit technical, and I don't want to go into in that part because this video is not mainly focused on auto completing. But you have to understand that how much context you are giving, at what time you will call the LLMs, because it's not possible that every second you are calling LLM. Otherwise you will rise your cost of tokens and you will soon hit the rate limiting. So you have to understand that you have to wait for some time, and that's why you seen that when you are writing something and wait for a few seconds, you will get the suggestion, right? And that's the reason behind that. After that, one company become very popular. Most of you have know about that, I hope so. And we come in the step 3 here, and the company I am talking about is Cursor. So Cursor come up with their a really good use case where you, this is your ID. Let's draw it your ID. This is your ID, and you will be finding your code file here, and the entire code is here. So Cursor figured it out that just make it little bit small and add AI guidance here. Means we will add a AI chatbot here, and you can just come here and ask the questions like add a function to add two numbers, maybe, right? Now this era is very special, and this is a huge jump, because now you don't have to write anything. You don't have to know programming to autocomplete. You just have to write this prompt, and this AI agent will take your command and write the codes and create files by yourself. Now this is a huge jump, and to understand this, we have to understand the LLM loops and how agentic AI system works. So in simple word, if I talk about how this agentic AI or AI agent works, so there is a user and there is a LLM which we are talking around. So this is the LLM. So what Cursor did or all other companies are doing is adding a layer here. What this layer is called, nowadays we call this layer harness. Means this layer will figure it out that how we can get give the user question to LLM and create a tool calling system. Now what is tool calling? Because LLM only can give you the instructions. LLM have no capabilities to run command on your OS, to create files, to write code on that, and a lot more things. So this harness, let's give an example of this harness for right now is cursor. Let's suppose the cursor is harness which you are using, and this is how all the Claude Code and all the AI stuff work. So this is the harness which we have introduced in middle of that, right here in the middle of what this harness does. This harness give your LLM tools. For example, tools like you can search now, you can create files, you can edit files, you can delete files. This is the tools which are available, and there is a loop which these harnesses maintain between LLM and between LLM to harness. Now this loop is very important here. Why? Because this is the loop which make any AI agent autonomous. How? For example, you ask your AI agent to create a to-do list, like simplest example, right? So for the first time, your cursor, your harness, whichever you are using, like cursor, called Claude Code and everything, they just give your request to LLM that user is asking for a to-do list. Now what LLM going to do? LLM can create code, which is good thing, but LLM cannot write, LLM cannot search. So in to-do list, we don't have to search anything. So LLM will say, okay, I need to create few new files, but there is a limitation in LLM that it can't create the files. So that's why it will come up again here, and in the cursor harnesses, it will say that I can't create the files. Can you do it for me? Then cursor, because cursor have the tools, it will create files. Then it will say, okay, I created the files. Then it will give the code. It will put the code in that because we have tools to write the code in that, right? Then we will go again to the LLM and verify that okay, everything is done. Then LLM will say, great, you did your work. Now user application is ready. Once the application is ready and cursor harness and cursor will figure it out, there is no tool call or nothing we need to do. Cursor will say, okay, done, your application is ready. Now if you notice here, we have gone through this particular loop multiple times, like talking to LLM, then cursor harness, LLM, cursor harness, and that's why you see your agent talking to LLM and going through multiple things, doing testing, writing code, changing files, updating. If they get any error, they give to LLM again and they get back. This is the loop, and this is the tools and harness, which is the all magic. And there are huge companies which are built on this, like Cursor, which is recently acquired by Elon Musk in $66 billion, which is huge. And if you think this is like a normal thing, why Elon Musk can't build the tool and buy it in $66 billion? And I did it in one of my videos about AI agent. Yes, I have created a complete video where I explained everything about related to AI agents, how these things work in practically. And if you are someone who is looking for how you can build your Claude Code, Codex and Cursor, the AI agent video is very helpful for you. But yeah, this is like the step 3 where we have introduced a lot of new things. Now this is the steps where we are right now, some kind of course there are upgradation, and if you want to build cursor at that scale, you have to understand about the indexing and a lot more things. But this is the technical breakdown how these things works. And if you are someone who is really looking for learning more about it and how you can implement it, I highly recommend to go with the AI agent course. This is like 1 hour course and you will learn a lot of things. It's completely available for free on YouTube, so go and check it out. And let me know what you want to learn in the next upcoming topics, like how LLM works or how you can become an agentic AI engineer or anything you want to learn, right? Let me know in the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring the world. Bye bye.